Alright, so we should be live with some Diablo the Hell 2. As always, well, maybe I should wait for that very noisy Blizzard logo to stop playing while I say this. Yeah, as always, I will wait a couple minutes before I begin. That way, people can kind of get onto the stream. And I'll just kind of let this video here play. Of course, this is normal. This is part of the original Diablo. So if you've played that game, you're probably familiar with it. So I will be back in about 3 minutes, and we'll get this bitch started. See you then. Alright, here we go. So, this is Diablo the Hell 2, a mod by a guy called Mordor, or who calls himself Mordor. It's apparently taken him 13 years to create this mod. And if that's not dedication, I don't know what is. It's probably maybe the best mod I've seen. I haven't fully played it yet, so that's a little bit of a problem. But we will find out if it's actually as good as I think it is, because we're going to jump into it and play it today. Now, one thing that sets this game apart from the original Diablo are the classes. I'm not even sure. There's 4 classes here. So you have primary classes and subclasses. I should clear that up. And then here we have 4 more, so that's 8. And then we have 12. Actually, that's more than 12. That's, what would that be, like 14? And we have even more here, so 16. Or excuse me, I'm not counting very well today. That's 18, I think we're up to, right? 22? Yeah. So, there's like 25, 6, 7. So there's something like 28 classes in this game. That's insane. This guy really put a lot of work into it, and I don't even know what to pick. I did play this game a little bit. This is really kind of a first look, but I did play a little bit of the beta and about enough of this to kind of go in the town and look at it to see if it worked for this video, and to see if I could actually record it, which is very important. But I haven't really gotten very far in it at all. I basically just looked at the basically looked at the first part of the dungeon, and that was it. So this is about as new to me as possible. I haven't even played the finished version, which is this version. I played a little bit of the beta, so it's all very new to me. I was actually trying to find information on these classes to kind of get an idea of what I wanted to play, but that didn't happen. There's not even any info on the classes, so I'm probably going to go with one I've been really curious about, and it wasn't implemented when I played the mod, so I'm really curious about it, and that would be the Bombardier. So we'll take a look at that. These descriptions are also interesting. I'm not going to go through all of them because there's like a million of them, but see, here we have, no, those are all, I thought Rogue was a sub, oh, it's Archer, okay. Yeah, there's one I thought was funny. So the Scout doesn't crit with arrows, but makes up for it with double elemental arrow damage. This is where she truly shines. She also has nice looking red hair, so kind of humorous description. So here's the Bombardier. Life is simple for the Bombardier. She loves explosions and she throws explosive flasks at her enemies until they all die, usually in terrible agony. So that's kind of a good starting point for a character, if you ask me. And I think we'll go with that because, I like explosions, really. That's the gist of it. So let me just check something here before we get started. Alright, looks like everything's good. Sorry about that, but I always have to make sure that this live stream is coming through okay. I don't have the best internet in the world, and it can be a little shitty, honestly. So we'll get to the Bombardier here. So there's different versions of the game, or different modes, excuse me. There's normal, which is basically the modded version of Diablo. It kind of plays a lot like the original from what I understand. There's hardcore, which is permadeath. There's Iron Man, so bosses drop 2 relics. Relics? Wait, what's a relict? A repair oil. Magic find is 100% and 25% XP. And so you can save between dungeon levels is the idea of that. And the Nightmare is saving allowed only after beating level 24. Death is permanent. Magic find is 100% bosses. Bosses drop, 2 ID relics and a repair oil. 50% XP. I think with these two, the Iron Man and the Nightmare, I think you just go straight down. So we need a name for our Bombardier. I guess I'll go with my favorite snack when I was in elementary school. Paint chips. Can't get enough of them. So we can choose our difficulty. You have Horror, Purgatory, and Doom. I think these are I don't know if these are all like level based. So I think you're supposed to kind of clear horror, then go to purgatory, and then go to doom. But if you're really gung ho, if you've got big balls, as AC/DC once sang, you can do purgatory or doom. Me, I have puny little balls, so we're just gonna do horror. I'm not gonna try the hardest mode on a game I know nothing about. Well, you know, I've done that before. I can't even say I haven't done that. So this is our flask. It's a toxic flask. 2 to 4 damage. That is shitty. My god. We also have a shield. One thing that's amazing about this game that I really like, oh, well, that doesn't help, is the fact that, oh, well, we don't really do much damage here, do we? Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm getting kind of sidetracked trying to look at this character. One thing I like about this game, if I can ever figure out the hotkeys, is that the game will only sell and drop you items that apply to your character, unless you're playing in multiplayer, which solves a huge problem in Diablo, which was a lot of random, useless bullshit loot. And I really appreciate that, especially after playing a mod called Diablo Beelzebub, which was a great mod, but trying to get a decent piece of gear in that was a nightmare, because the creator added a lot of effects and items and stuff, and it made it even harder to find what you wanted. So there's several different types of flasks here. Explosive acid flask 1. I could buy this. Required 15 magic, 16 dex. 15 magic, 20 dex. I have a feeling like... Greetings! Like this, the flask I have sucks. 2 to 4 damage sounds terrible. Like, I know you kind of do that. Okay, so we can shift click it. I know you kind of do that damage like early on in the original game. It was like, I think the warrior had like a 2 to 4 short sword or something. But, you know, we're not going to do that. So, we'll buy that. We'll just kind of pick up armor if we find it, or a shield or a helmet. I'm sure the game will drop us something. And he doesn't really have anything that great anyway. I can't wear that. I can't buy that. And it only has resist melee 0 to 2%. Oh, so this damage is percentage based. Okay, well that's good to know. So, yeah, like wearing armor early on, unless it has armor class on it, which that does. But that doesn't have armor class. Okay, so there's armor class and damage resist. Damage resist isn't going to do much for you early in the game, I'm sure. When enemies do like 3 damage, 3% damage resist isn't going to do shit. But, so, you know, we'll buy items early on for armor class. Or wear things for armor class. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to talk to him. Greetings. What does he say? Gossip. Is a nice lass. Okay, so this is... I'm just going to skip through it because we only have an hour. And I don't want to sit here and fuck around in the town all day. We'll talk to him.
Thank goodness you returned.
Okay, so that's the normal story. He says that... I don't know what active slot is. Yeah, he just says that, you know, bad stuff is happening. We didn't get the butcher. The king's dead. Things have been killing the villagers, and there's scary stuff going on in the cathedral. So we're going in the cathedral.
This place is eerie.
Well, that's interesting. So here we have our first enemy. How do these work? Oh! Die! Die, damn you! Is this supposed to be like this? Wow, that weapon. I'm kind of regretting taking this character. That was awful. Didn't I put on the new weapon? That's 20 to 34 damage. Maybe I wasn't hitting the enemy. I keep hitting escape to get out of that window. Ow. Ow. Well, that didn't blow up. So that's not an ow. So, another thing, I was looking through the hotkeys, and I couldn't... Well, here's a monster. I couldn't find anything. Usually, I think like the Z button or something, or Control Z, used to, it used to show you the items on the ground. I'm not getting that. And I looked through the hotkeys in the README, and I don't think that function exists. So we're kind of going to have to, like, I don't know, just mouse around and hopefully find things that drop. Oh, so these poison them. So the acid continuously damages them. So that might be how it works. So, yeah. So they keep taking hits from it. So it's kind of good, I guess. You know what, guys? I'm sorry. I can't play this character. This is awful. I'm gonna try something else because the sound that makes, it's not. I don't like it. I just don't like it. So we're gonna forget Paint Chips ever happened. Sorry, Paint Chips. Well, okay, so we'll look at different things. Inquisitors. That sounds cool. The Inquisitor has dedicated his life to finding and eliminating heresy, practitioners of evil magic, and cleansing the darkness with holy fire. He's a master of elemental damage. Okay, so that sounds good. What's a Templar? Templar is a holy man and noble warrior who has taken a vow to defend the weak and fight evil with no fear or mercy in the name of God. Let's see what else we have. We'll look at some other things. There's monks. A savage. What's a berserker? In a civilized society, berserkers' rage would be a problem, but there is a huge advantage. But here it's a huge advantage. A ruthless, fast, and unstoppable fighter. Executioner. Freak of nature, giant of a man. He doesn't use human armor. They just don't make it in his size. He can rip apart anything with his bare hands. Gives demons nightmares. So we have different gladiators. Effective with sharps when fighting undead. Additional shield. Attacks increase his damage. Huh. Defensive type of gladiator. Tough, powerful, and breakable. Knows how to wear out his opponent before finishing them off. A Demachirus? I'm not good at Latin, so. Unequal in the onslaught, he sacrifices defense for attacking, specializes in dual weapon fighting, a true star of the pit fights. Secutor. Okay, so Gladiator specializes in evading and ultra-fast hit recovery. Curiously, he uses semi-heavy equipment. I don't know. Do we want... I don't know. I don't want to go like the dual-wield weeb route. So this is kind of hard. I think, I'm going to go with my first intuition and take the Inquisitor. So, sorry about that. I don't know what to name this guy. Paint Chips is... You know what, we'll name him Paint Chips 2. There. Paint Chip 2. There we go. Okay, so he looks like a regular warrior. Does he have anything? Oh, there's also perks in this game. I forgot to talk about them, but we'll look at them a little later. Do we have abilities? We do. Item repair. How do I bring that up? Is there a hotkey for that? I guess not. Okay, we're not going to worry about that. Oh, spells. Oh, there we go. The spell book. Item repair. Okay. I don't know the hotkey for you. So we're just going to go in. No butcher this time either. We're going to go in and inquisit some things.
The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
Okay, so we have a light dagger. 1 to 12 damage. And we have a club. So we're going to put the club on because there's a lot of, there I go, hit and select again. There's a lot of undead in this part of the game. And we can also bring up the mini-map, and it's nice that you can put it in the corner. Ratman. So, right off the bat, there's some new enemies. I like that. So this is working out a hell of a lot better. That other character, maybe I had the wrong type of flask or something. That could have been very much the problem. Because it was an acid flask, and I guess the you know, that kind of item is basically just kind of there to relic of healing. You know, it's damage over time is what I'm trying to say. What's a relic of healing? Right click to read. Shift click to move left. What? I guess it heals you. Well, I shift clicked it and it. I don't know. I guess it uses all of them if you shift click, is my guess. There's the Book of Firebolt, which we cannot read. I don't know what kind of skills this guy gets. I mean, it says he's a master of elemental damage. Like, maybe it doesn't even say anything on the tab there, so the character sheet says nothing. You do you do regenerate a little bit too, I see. So that's nice. Okay, so well, something dropped. A Relic of Fury. So that's... I can click it to read it. Well, I know what happens if I do that. I guess it's like a berserk thing. And there's a lot of skeletons. Get to the door. We're not fighting 10 skeletons at once, all surrounded by them. No, thank you. It's a risen skeleton. So I think the guy who made this is like Russian or something. Like that's the impression I got when I was watching a video that he made of the game, like kind of demonstrating it. Relic of Mana Shield. Okay, so that's a new enemy too. Unravelers. So far, this is good. You know, we had a little problem with the bombardier there. I think that was just my fault, just not understanding things. I think maybe what the idea behind the bombardier is, there's probably like a main damage bomb that she gets. And then you could like, you could use, like you could apply acid and maybe switch weapons, because there is a hotkey for weapon switching. Which I should use on this guy, I don't know what I'm thinking. Because I don't need to be fighting ratmen with a mace. Usually like maces in Diablo do less to living things. So I'm thinking like you just use like the acid one to apply damage over time. I'm being an idiot. And then you like use like I guess maybe a different type of flask. Because it did look like they had other kinds of flasks that I didn't really read. There we go. Kill them. Kill them all. Oh, that's a boss. Oh, unique. Well, that's why I was having trouble. Alright. Now that all your friends are gone, can I use my relic of healing? What did that do? Did nothing! The relic does nothing! Okay, come on. Get dead. Thank you. So we got some rags. Cloth gloves. There's a chest there that I couldn't find earlier. Leather coif. Did I get everything? I don't like that I have to mouse around like this. This is not ideal. Does Control Z do anything? I don't think so. Maybe it's Shift Z? I don't know. So we got some cloth gloves, not identified. We can wear the coif. So that gives us a little armor. That will give us armor. I don't know. These aren't identified. I won't wear them at the moment. Oh. What? So I would need another shield if I wanted to switch items? Let's see. Let's try this. I think it's V. Yeah. Okay, that's less than ideal. So this does have, like, some of the UI stuff isn't great, but so far the game is pretty good. I'm not really a fan of not being able to see items. And I don't really like the fact that I can't, like, have my shield in a hotkey slot. Okay. My helmet's breaking! No! Okay, so we better get away from these guys, because they're fucking us up. Inquisitor is supposed to be like this warrior of flaming death, but I'm not really getting that. We're just kind of getting, Oh, there we go, that healed. Did I accidentally click the Relic of Fury? The Relict of Fury? If you want to call it that. I'm just going to call it a relic. Because I feel like he made a little spelling boo-boo. Gotta open every barrel. Yeah, see, I can't see shit. There's actually like effects you can get. Like, I think there's like a vignette effect, like when you're moving and stuff that you can turn on. Well, we leveled up. So that's good. So now we can get a perk. We can also do our stats. So, I don't know what this guy is supposed to be. So I'm just going to do some strength. A little dexterity. Enemies trying to creep up on me. No, you don't. A little vitality. Maybe a little more strength. Yeah, we'll do that. Because we want to be able to equip stuff. Here. And we'll look at the perks in a moment. Is this guy. This burned corpse here. There we go. Alright, so we can get toughness, endurance. So what does toughness do? 20? Does it give me... Wait, okay, do I need 20 vitality? Melee damage resistance increased by 2. Life increased by 10. Okay, so I think these are the requirements. Okay, I got it. Fortitude. Life regeneration 1. Willpower. Mana up. Focus. Mana regeneration. Swift learner. Experience. Gold fever gives you more gold, I guess. +9 to the amount of gold found. Okay. Strong arm. Damage in combat. Slayer. Critical damage. Steel skin. Damage from arrows resist. Stonewall. Chance to resist knockback. I'm not going to go through all these. We'll just kind of... Eagle Eye. +3 to accuracy. So that's a good one. The life and accuracy are looking good. And resistances, I'm a fan of trying to get them on my character. Somehow. Ironclad. I wonder if these all... Tucktails. +5 chance to block damage. Sixth Sense. Okay, so Heavy Drinker. Chance to get a random elixir from unique monsters. Why would I even want that? Chance for items to avoid losing durability. Maybe that's... Oh, well, elixirs used to give you permanent stats. So Eagle Eye looks nice. Accuracy is important. Strong Arm looks pretty good. But I think for now, we're going to take a point in Endurance. Because just like straight hit points, you know, you can't really argue with that. Like, that's always helpful. Having a solid defense in Diablo is in my opinion, very helpful. We're going to have to fix our helmet. So he did a lot of the sound and stuff for this game too. You actually have to download separate sound files. There we go. So we killed them. I don't remember any of these enemies either. Some of them might have been in the expansion, maybe, but I don't remember them. Alright, so I can use that. And I still don't know the hotkey for that. So I think I hit this, yeah, and there we go. We can repair this wonderful helmet that's totally keeping us alive. Okay, Book of Charged Bolt. So I wish I knew what this dude was about, because I have no idea. Something over there, right? Monsters? There's the door. Okay. Die. Die, 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 my darling. You guys get to hear me sing today. I'm very happy to be playing this. This is very good. If you like Diablo, I like how he automatically goes into run. Because in the original game you had two choices. You could play on super fast speed, and you could play slow, or normal. And like super fast was good, but it was also kind of bad, because if you died quickly. And like, it wasn't very good if you were surrounded, like, in the caves or some shit by, like, 50 storm riders, or whatever they were called. Which happened to me a lot. Like, you could, just, like, literally just step into the caves and have, like, a unique boss and shit. And, like, his minions of doom throwing lightning bolts up your ass. Which, you know, kind of tickles. If you're into that sort of thing. Not saying I am. Relic of Town Portal. So I guess relics are scrolls. That's what I'm getting out of this. I think he would have just been better off calling them scrolls. Because relic Okay, so that's up to town. Did something fall out of there? I can't tell, damn it. Newfangled game. Good old days we had Control Z. Shortened, what? Shortened dagger. Is a shortened dagger. So that's a light dagger and that's a shortened dagger. So I don't know, I'm gonna try us. If it does bad damage, then we'll just switch it out. Because I don't feel like that club's doing much for us. And there I go again, hitting escape. Okay, gold. Me gold! Watch a little Leprechaun after this. I can't wait till, like, they remake that series. And then they're coming out with a new Child's Play. That'll be interesting, I'm sure. Either in a good way or a bad way. Personally, I would like to see new things. I know I play a lot of old stuff. Ah, gold! I play a lot of old stuff, but I would like to see new horror series or something, or movies. Same thing with like comic books and all that shit. Like, Batman were real, he'd be like 100 years old. Older, maybe. So, I don't know. Of course, there's only so many superheroes you can think of. And things like that. Just ask the makers of Mega Man. There's nothing repetitive about the bosses at all. I think they have Heat Man, Fire Man, Flame Man. There's even more fire type guys, I'm sure. You're doing alright. Something, some rags. Okay, well, we'll pick them up in there, I guess. Now you can actually go up until you, well, I don't want to say, in the original Diablo, you could go pretty far without armor, but you kind of wanted it for, like, the Butcher. Okay, my helmet's breaking. Okay, let's see. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, buddy. Did I not pick up those rags? I guess I didn't. I'm gonna check the options. Maybe there's an options. Okay, so there's Soul Plus. Maybe there's an option for picking stuff up or something. I'd even take an auto pickup. Come on, let's fight. I'm not afraid to use Soul Plus. Little bitch. That's right. Oh. I love the sound they make when they get hit. There we go. Short knife, potion of healing, cloth tunic. Yeah, see, I didn't pick that up. So did I get everything? Let's check. Setup. Okay. Well, that gives us a lot of options there, huh? I'll check the any file or the config file. Excuse me. I'll check that. A short knife. I like the art for these things too. They're cool. But yeah, I'll take a look at the config file when I get a chance. Because I will do like a full series on this. So I'm just going to kind of play it for a little bit today and hopefully get down to level 2. I'm getting close to our character level 3, so that's good. It'd be nice if I could find a good choke point, but you know, probably not going to happen. Okay, so here we go. Is there anything? Any items? Nothing. There's a chest. Oh, well, there's those rags. Did I get them? Did you pick them up? Armor class 1. Oh, my helmet broke. Very sad. So, Fury, Mana Shield, Fury. Doesn't tell me what Fury does. Okay, so we'll fix our rags. And I gotta stop doing that. I stop hitting select. Or not. Stop hitting escape. My god. Select. This is a big switch for me today. I was actually working on my Golden Sun walkthrough, which is frickin' GBA game, so Game Boy Advance. So this is like a world away from that. Town portal. So we're getting some town portals, some TPs. Wish my dog would stop chewing on himself in the background. That would be really nice, dog. He's not listening, though. So there's nothing here. Oh, well, there's an identify. See, this is... I'm not liking this shit, man. Required 10 magic. Oh. Well then, I guess we're not going to be identifying much stuff. I would like to know if there's stat caps. That would be helpful. Maybe I should just dump, like, every level of stats into magic to see if it caps out. I think it capped out for the warrior at, like, 30 or something. I want to say, like, 35. I'm not sure, though. It was pretty low. I don't even think there would. I think you had to put levels in the magic if you wanted to cast any of the spells in the vanilla game. Having trouble saying stuff like that. Vanilla game. Vanilla Ice. Oh, that's what we should name this guy. Alright. What did 19 hit points? Is that me hitting for 19 hit points? So we got a level up. So we're going to do strength. We'll do 2 dexterity because I like a lot of dexterity. I'm a dexterity guy. And we'll do perks. Okay, so wait, what? We still have level up points? How many did we get? Alright, we'll do another strength. We have perks here, so endurance. So if we want to get level 2 for... Wait, so we have toughness. We can't get another endurance till level 4. So fortitude increases our regeneration by 1. I think I'm gonna go with Eagle Eye. Get a level of that. +3 to accuracy. Wasn't that +2 earlier? So maybe we get... Maybe it gets more effective? I don't know. Maybe it does. I should look at what Dodger does. Probably gonna go with a lot of defensive stuff and then see if we can get some more attack oriented. Get another shortened dagger. I don't know what a shortened dagger is. Like a short dagger? Is that what we're going for? Didn't I pick up the boots? Nope. This is where we've got a problem. I don't know, Mordor. You gotta you gotta implement something that lets people see the items. Overall, though, not bad. Not bad at all. I don't know what this class has going for it, though. Like, cause does he have spells? No, not yet. Maybe he learns things. Maybe you get like a book or something for them. We'll look around the town too, because there could be something I'm missing. Like, I don't know. There's boots. See, I'm missing shit because I can't see it. That's not good. Like he fixed the problem with like bullshit dropping. It'd help if I went the right way too. He fixed the problem with like bullshit dropping. Because everything we've got has been useful, or at least applicable to our character, which is great. But it'd be nice if we could just see things, because you just kind of have to hope that you see things that drop, and then hope that your character picks them up. I don't know what I'm doing with that wrong. Maybe I'm just... I don't know. Maybe I'm just too retarded to play games. Could be me. Drool kill. We're fucking him up. There we go. You can't take none of this drool kill. Can't take my shortened dagger. Shortened dagger of slaying. I'd take that, actually. Right now, I would take that shit. That'd be one-hit kills for days. 20 damage at this point in the game. As you can see, another nice thing he did is that you can see enemy HP. As you can see, a lot of these enemies only have, like 20 HP or 30. They don't have a lot. Our armor is getting fucked. So did I pick it up? Apparently, no. I thought I saw, yeah, there's something. There's a cape. I want my cape, damn it. It's not identified. Okay, that's fine. I'm also slowly learning not to hit escape to get out of the frickin' windows. Here's a shrine. I don't know how shrines work in this game. In Beelzebub, I think they worked a little differently than Vanilla Diablo. Vanilla Diablo often would give you like permanent changes. There's one that I really hated, would like resort your stats. And it would just tweak my OCD. So let's check this out though. Arcane power brings destruction. I remember that from the original game. I think it teaches you a spell. Oh. Well. Didn't teach us a spell. It just brought destruction. What are these? Mana. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need none of that mana shit. Real men don't need mana. Real men just hit things with swords. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like a mage would have, in reality, they would have tremendous advantages, especially in a medieval setting like this. They'd have such tremendous advantages, like just fry people in plate armor. Even today, like if someone could cast a lightning bolt, they would pretty much just be able to like rule the world. Okay, so Gravebone the Skeletal. I was watching a guy called I think his name's Ultraviolent 14. He does dungeon crawl videos. I was watching one of his videos. Apparently he's from Australia, and they say skeletal over there. I thought that was interesting. He was talking about that.
I gotta pawn some of this stuff.
I gotta pawn some of this stuff. So now whenever I see the word skeletal, I think of that. Skeletal. I mean, it's not that weird. I don't know, maybe it is. So, I can't cram any more shit in my inventory. I gotta face it. Alright, it doesn't matter. That stuff's bullshit. I'm the kind of guy who... Oh, well that's a unique, or an unidentified, excuse me. You know what, we're just gonna put this on. I'm gonna put that on. Where is it? There you are. We're gonna put you there. I'm the kind of guy that will pick a dungeon clean of everything. It's kind of a...
I gotta pawn some of this
It's kind
stuff.
of a quirk. So, please forgive me for my quirk there. These probably sell well, so we're gonna... Yeah, maybe I'll just put them in my stash, because we might be able to learn them. It says he's a master of elemental damage. So we're gonna go up first. We're gonna go down here. We're gonna be smart. We'll go down here, because we don't have a lot of time left. I'm probably gonna, like, allow myself to go 10 minutes over. We're gonna go down here and, use a town portal. Okay, so at least it lets us cast that. So here we go. Jillian, why are you there?
How may I serve you?
Oh, well she does the stash. That's helpful. The stash is very nice. I like how it's very generous. I like not having to throw all my shit on the ground. That's what you used to have to do. You had some shit, you throw it on the ground if you wanted to keep it. At least in the PlayStation version. I think you had to do it in the computer version too. I haven't played the computer
How may
version.
I grew up with Wirt's mother,
Okay, so she's just
although she was
blah blah
only
blah.
slightly
Okay, don't want to talk to you. Sorry. He also moved Wirt, which is nice.
over here.
And then Adria's over here, which is also nice. We don't have an auto map in town, that's normal. We're gonna just look around here, because... Oh, we want to see what's around, right? See what we can see. There's old Pepin. Yeah, I played the, what the hell is that? Nightmare Fuel. It looks like there's a whole new area here. That's what I think. That'd be amazing. But, totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I played the PlayStation version of this more than the computer version. I had both. But one of my friends, who I used to play Diablo with, he didn't have the PC version. We had the PlayStation version. And I actually kind of liked it a lot better in some ways. Like, the controls are very easy.
My friend.
There are a few things that weren't. Oh, so I can mass identify. Can I? Not identify? Identify all items. Hover over and identify. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to identify everything. We're going to take these off in case they're bad, because we don't know anything about this game, so. It could be like some deadly shit. So that was all our gold. Okay, structured quaff. Ugh. I don't want to talk about that. Okay, blacksmith.
Greetings.
We're gonna sell some shit to you. Is that a crown? Battle crown, yeah. So we have a cape A Jasper cape resist fire. Sell price 23, that's bullshitty. Wait, what? Did I repair that? No. Okay, so I have to left click. Tunic of Protection. Uniform of Eternal Knights. Rare item. 8 armor against undead. 1 to armor. Resists magic. 2 to vitality. That's actually kind of nice. Plus 1 to stun threshold. Inquisitor only. I'll put that one. Negating. It's probably not good. Not good. Boots of Chance. My god, did I get... I got screwed over by identifying these things. That is all of my money. Okay. Alright, we'll just sell this stuff. Dagger of the Squirrel. That's great. Okay, so we'll keep the club. So, don't be like me. Don't be a dummy. And sell. Don't be a dummy and sell all your, or identify all your low-level items right away. Alright, so we'll go back down. We'll go back down and, see what happens. Right? I guess if you want to identify shit in the early game, you just have to kind of like... What is this? Hit head bone wound. Yeah, if you want to identify shit in the early game, I guess you just want to like do the stuff you want to do. If that makes sense. You want to do things that are like potentially something you want to wear. Okay, this guy's not playing around. We're getting him now. Wearing him down. We're gonna whittle him down. Probably should use the club. I was afraid to switch items in the middle of the fight. Alright. Come on. I'm not afraid of you. Well, maybe. You're a lot stronger than your compatriots. Maybe I should have went with the Executioner. Alright, so this guy dropped a lot of stuff. Oil of Repair, cloth gloves, I think those are uniques. I saw something pop up. Wait, where is it? Give me my item, damn it. Did I pick it up? No. Those are cool looking. Yeah, they're uniques. So, I don't know. I don't see it. I know there's something here. But I don't know where it is. And we have another boss. Actually, they're unique, so I'm using the wrong term. There are bosses in this game, though. You could say there are bosses, at least. Diablo's the boss. I guess you could call the Butcher a boss. King of their work. Okay, come on. That didn't help at all. Using the mace is not very helpful. Come on, you skeletal warrior. Tomb Skull. Okay, this is good though. Probably good that we used the mace. A little bit of extra undead damage, I guess, helps. Of course, my body armor is getting fucked. Doesn't matter though. We're gonna have to stop in a second. Want to kill this guy. Okay, so what do we got? Potion of healing. I know he had to have dropped something else. Oh, wait. There we go. So, yeah. So before I kind of like sum up how I feel about this, I want to, you know what, we'll do this. We'll go town portal. Town portal the hell out of here. Let's see what those unique gloves are. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, before I sum out how I feel about this game, from what I've played, I'm gonna chest something because I wanna identify all, hover over. Okay, so we do that. Okay. Oh, those are nice. Those are real nice. Hit points minus 43%. What? Minus 4 to life regeneration, plus 3 damage to enemies. Mana. My god. Never mind that. You're probably better with the gloves of greed. So yeah, before I kind of sum up how I feel about the game, we're going to test something real quick. So we're going to save. And then I'm going to go to new game. Or no, I'll just go to new game. I want to see what happens when we re-enter the dungeon. Does everything respawn? Is this going to be like a Diablo Beelzebub grind? It looks like it's not. Because if Diablo Beelzebub, like everything would reset when you restart the game. I don't think that was a feature of the original Diablo. And this game doesn't do it. Diablo Beelzebub was very good, but it was grindy. So, yeah, so that's good. I'm also going to start another new game to see if my theory on the Bombardier is correct, because I'm not going to play her again for quite some time. And we're going to give her the classic name I want to see. So, toxic flasks. That's presumably poison damage, which is probably a dot. Damage over time, right?
Greetings!
And this burning flask, toxic shock, acid. So we're gonna buy this.
I don't have a spell ready.
And I want to compare these two. And then we'll see. Did I equip that? Might help if I equipped it, right? There. Okay, so we'll see if my theory is correct here.
This place is eerie.
Because I might add, well, that's actually kind of cool. I might play this character like next time when I actually sit down and play it. Oh yeah, okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. So there is a difference between the shock flask and the toxic flask and all that shit. So now we know the Bombardier isn't absolute bullshit. So my thoughts on this mod so far. First of all, I haven't really played enough of it to really get a good feeling of it, like to get a good sense of what it's about. But with that said, we know a little bit more about it, right? I'm a little bit more familiar with it than I was. Do these do anything? Trying all the hotkeys. I'm a little bit more familiar with it than I was when I played like 10 minutes of the beta and didn't even like get through the dungeon. So far, so good. The only major complaint I have about this is that you can't see shit that drops on the ground very easily unless you mouse over it. And even then, it's kind of like like a guess. Like, is it there? Is something there? I might be missing something. There might be something in the config file that says display item names upon startup, or not startup upon on the screen. You know what? We're going to go into this. We're going to look at this. Take a look at the config here. Okay, is this it? Okay, so gameplay, set run, auto pickup, easy click, auto hold, skip victory, swap spell, allow battle, what? Allow battle striptease? What? Okay. So he did put something in here that kind of helps. So, oh well, that's gold auto pickup, which doesn't help us. Oh, floating text. Okay. Show floating text on experience, damage, merge floating text, damage, monster received damage, regen threshold, break warning. So we can turn that off. Yeah, I don't see anything here about floating text or anything for items that drop. And the auto pickups are gold. So that's a problem. It's something I don't like about it. But that's okay because I have to say it's pretty good overall. I like the fact that there's new enemies and new monsters. Always highlight summons. I'm still looking at this. Sorry about this. I'm just very curious. But there's new enemies, new monsters. There's a lot of classes. One of my observations about the classes, we only tried 2. And out of the 2, the one that really kind of struck me as being very interesting is the Bombardier. The other one just felt like a normal warrior. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he learns things later on that will give him special powers, or if he gets some kind of bonus to his elemental damage, because it does call him a master of elemental damage, so that might be, he might just be a warrior that gets, like, I don't know, a 50% bonus to fire, lightning, and, cold, and magic. I think those were the, I don't think cold, actually I don't think cold damage was in the original Diablo, but whatever is in here, that might be it. I don't know. But he certainly didn't feel like anything different from your standard warrior. I would say that a lot of these classes are probably very different, like the Necromancer and the Demonologist, and what was the other one, the Dacamiron or whatever. They probably have their own flavor that allows them to kind of stand out, but I just don't know. So a little bit inconclusive, I guess, but I like it. I want to play more. I want to see where it goes. It looks like there's new places, new quests, and a lot of new enemies and stuff, which is good. So, we'll see what happens with this. So, that's about it for this video. Final verdict, it's a good mod from what I've seen. And I'm going to do more on it, I guess. So thank you so much for watching, as always. And I will be back with more, hopefully very soon. So until next time, good luck and happy gaming.